research. You see where this is. You see where that is. This is my response, I think, for my STEM application after school in Orlando. I think I did put it in maybe a little bit late, well, not past the deadline late, but later than I guess than ordinary, but still went in on time. So if it so happens when I did get picked up, it was because they probably had started their procedures possibly as soon as whenever, I don't know. And this hadn't actually gotten into them and been processed as yet. But you can see on 4th, 29, 2009, you are the designated representative shown below, contacted us about your case. Some of the key information given to us at this time was the following. Caller indicated they are applicant or petitioner, no attorney, case type I-76-5, filing date March 17th, 2009, receipt, whatever that is, beneficiary, info not available, your USCIS account number, A number, info not available, wasn't sure what that was anyway, type of service represented, requested, oh yeah, non-delivery of other notice, okay, I don't know what that means, but the status of this service request is, based on your request, we researched the status of this case. We are actively processing the case. However, we have to perform additional review on this case, and this has caused a longer processing time. If you do not receive a decision or other notice of action from us within 6 months of this letter, please call customer service at the number provided below. If you have any further questions, please call the National Customer Service Center at Please remember, by law, every person who is not a U.S. citizen and who is not over the age of 18 must submit Form AR-11 and notify this office of their change of address within 10 days from when they move. Persons in A1, A or G non-immigrant status are exempt from this. Anyway, U.S. U.S. citizenship and immigration services. This stuff at the bottom. So yeah, this is their Texas Service Center Mesquite reply and response, I think, to my STEM application from a long time ago. Took a while. Some other interesting stuff. Let me see if what this is. Keep a few little things in here just. Yeah, I think this is it. Traffic Violations Bureau. 101 Bush Boulevard, Sanford, within 30 days. I think that's the ticket I got after coming off of that house arrest kind of thing. I was able to move around. The girl I was messing with at the time, quote unquote, came back to town or whatever. Went out somewhere in Orlando area, driving myself this time. Usually she would be driving, but I was still rolling at the time. Parked somewhere. She told me, I don't know where she was going, some kind of poetry reading or some kind of some shit, I don't know. Parked in one of those spots that I thought was like daytime parking. When you park there over, I guess after business hours, you could park there for like 2 hours or for however long. Wasn't the case. I think it was like a 30-minute parking. Anyway, this is an actual traffic citation for parking in whatever it was. It's kind of hard to read now. Let me see if this will pick it up. Seminoles, whatever that is. December 18, 561 Pine Court. where I was staying at the time. Oaklando Drive and Encino Way. Went inside, came back out, and this I think was like stuck on the windshield or on the tire or something. I don't know. But apparently it must have been legit, because that was the 18th. Wait, the 18th? 2007? No, that's the night I got picked up, I think. Wasn't it? What does this say? Oh, maybe this is for the traffic ticket or something like that with me riding without my bicycle lights or something. Because the whole incident was in 2007, like just before Christmas. So this must be it. What do they have ticked here? Careless driving, violation of traffic, something. I think they ended up waiving this particular thing, so it didn't really become an issue. And signature of violator. Is that what that says? Could it be that's what that says? In custody. Traffic violations bureau within 30 days. Arrest delivered to EPCF. I don't know what that is. Date. Who you with? Date. Focus. Signature of violator. Something Wheeler. Signature of officer, rank officer, Wheeler. In custody. Interesting. That's when I was at my lawyer office, and whatever it is he showed me pertaining to my arrest, the thing hadn't been signed. But this is what it was all about. This right here. It's one of the local gun stores they have over there around Orlando area. Shoot straight. I don't know much to say about it, but I don't know if I get anything from them anymore. For other reasons. It's a cool setup, nice store and all of that. Used to go to the range there sometimes. And this is what I got. Ruger P95. 9mm. Serial number, whatever that is. Wasn't too expensive, like $299, $300, $323 with tax. You know, if you're on there on a college budget, I ain't necessarily one of them who believe I gotta have the fanciest, most expensive gun. As long as I know it's known for being functional, I go through my mental Rolodex. Ruger, I see a lot of the cops and stuff used to have them back in the day. Military personnel used to have them back in the day, so I'm figuring it's at least somewhat trustworthy. For my pockets at the time, sure. Let me go ahead and try it out. Kind of big, but I actually really didn't like it that much. I tried one out in the store, liked how it felt, loved how it felt, easy squeeze. By the time I got done with mine, after they do your processing and give it back to you, when I gone to squeeze the trigger, it felt like it was 20 something pounds added to the flicking trigger pull, which would throw off most shots at best. Squeezing it and the gun turning sideways and stuff like that, trying to get the trigger to pull. But that's what I got. So there it is. Cash. It is unlawful and punishable by imprisonment and fine for any adult to store or leave a firearm in any place within the reach within the reach within the reach or easy access of a minor. Now, had it been known to me that my little flagrant little cousin who ran away from home and apparently might have been supposedly stashed out around the neighborhood without my knowing about her or whatever situation, quote unquote, supposedly was the one that called the cops that night on me, claiming whatever. Who was this inside her grandma's house? Mind your head ain't all totally screwed on together from what I got to find out later. But somehow, maybe that's part of the situation. They thought she had lived there. For all I know, maybe she had lived there before I got to town. I don't know. I didn't know him like that. The first time I actually seen her alive since she was born. And likewise, she could say the same thing. She didn't, unless she thought she saw me as somebody outside. Last time I saw them set my high school graduation, her older brother was in a flicking stroller when they came to my graduation. She wasn't even born yet, so I don't know how they'd figure Steve anyway. But if she happened to have been around, who knows who probably egged her on or juiced her up to go ahead and think it was necessary to even go through all of that. Come to find out, our own kind of self-confession kind of made it all come true, that she apparently had something to do with it, intentionally or otherwise. She apparently really didn't know who I was, and nobody bothered to explain because they probably wasn't in contact with her because she was all over the place, all over the country. I guess one of them typical runaway type kids. Younger than me, as far as I'm concerned, her older brother at the time shouldn't have been no more than maybe 20, 21. So I wasn't necessarily believing the story that she was not a minor anyway. So, not that I knew she was there, but I think I had heard some stuff about her, this, that, and the next thing, and then the neighbors' kids, who knows, they in another place. I don't typically leave my stuff like that, where anybody could easily access it, especially when I don't know who they got coming in and out of the house. So I used to more or less keep mine in the ride when I was out and about, wherever I stored in the glove box or whatever. Happened to be on a bicycle for whatever reason that night. God made it feel necessary for me to take it with me. That's why. Ever done it before in the history of me riding my bike? Nope. Never. Now, one time I did go to the court, shooting around, playing a little bit of ball, and I happened to, as I was leaving, notice one of my tires was flat and two dudes sitting there just sitting there by the car. I wasn't there at first. Didn't know who it was. I thought it was kind of strange since the car was kind of brand new. How I got two brand new tires, and they in Florida roads, not Nassau roads where you just pick up flats like that all the time. So I just thought it was strange. So I took it and took a chance and walked back home. Took it home, then came back and fixed the tire. Now, I don't know what kind of trouble I would have got in having to explain that if I got pulled over at that point, but it didn't happen. So, like I said, if they was around, who knows what the frig was going on. But thank God, God had me have it with me that night, because I probably might have needed it. Not saying stuff was gonna happen, but I didn't just up and go buy it just for the sake of, let me just go get it. Mind you, I do love guns, but stuff happens, and you get reminded sometimes how safety is important. Better be safe than sorry. And here I am still saying it. So, safer. I might have been sorry, but it wasn't that totally sorry. So, that's my receipt, my STEM application. Well, notification of receiving it. I still need to probably maybe go ahead and try and contact the school and find out exactly what process was they used to go ahead and extend my original visa, because I never really did it finalize. All I did was just say, yeah, I want to go to school, and they handle it more or less from there. So I need to go ahead and find out if that was even legit, or if they kind of botched that up too through the process. It would be strange because we actually had a judge at one point who was actually in charge of our school, like the, I don't know what they call it, principal or something. So I was kind of thinking it was all on the up and up. Judge Owens. Hmm. Anyway, I guess it'll make sense when it's time to make sense. Waiting on if I should go to Sabbath dinner now today. Thinking about it. Kind of tired, but I don't know. You don't always get to see them folks, so maybe just go see who's there, what's there. Still kind of full, but we go check out the family food, family feud, family food. Yeah, crunch out.